Welcome to The Cheapest Seat. I'm Michael Green. This is Kyle. I know the episode is late today. I'm recording Saturday morning to get it up Saturday afternoon. I've been kind of busy this week with getting a bunch of stuff around here settled, especially because I started a new job on Monday. If you like this show and you want this to keep going, jump over to patreon.com/counterjockey and sign up for a recurring donation. I have the only donation tier is $1, so it's not exactly the hardest hitting cost, but the more of those I see, the more I'll know people really want to see the show continue, and I won't just one week go, you know what, this. So jump over to patreon.com/counterjockey, put in a donation, help buy Kyle cigars and whiskey, and let's get to the episode. Live from the O2 Arena in London. Kurt Angle calls Dean Ambrose, making him acting general manager of Raw. Stephanie McMahon calls The Miz and makes him acting co-GM. Braun Strowman, arm in a sling, makes his intentions clear. Once he's healed, he wants to finish Roman Reigns, and then he wants Brock Lesnar. Kalisto then expresses his intention to get back at Braun for beating him up and throwing him in a dumpster, because nobody treats him like trash. Braun says he can beat Kalisto with one arm, so Dean makes the match for later. He also makes the following match. The Miz pushes Finn into the referee, then calls for the ref to disqualify Finn for putting his hand on said ref. The Miz wins by DQ, but Dean comes out and calls bullshit. He restarts the match, and also bans Maurice from ringside. Hey, was that a bell ringing? Finn Balor wins. Nia Jax corners Alexa Bliss backstage and asks if what she said about her last week was true, that she was great. And Alexa says, of course. And so Nia says, well, then you should give me a title shot. And Alexa Bliss says, well, I can't do that. I don't make the matches. Next time I see Kurt Angle, I'll ask him to set that up for us. And Nia Jax says, well, then you just earned a new best friend until then. Mickie James, ever the crafty veteran, brings a backup buddy, Bayley. These two are a prime example of why the women's division is so strong right now. Alexa Bliss wins, then Nia Jax descends on Mickie James and leaves her in a heap. Samoa Joe is jumped by Seth Rollins. Braun kicks him apart, but the match is interrupted by Roman Reigns. These two proceed to be physically impolite to each other. That is until Roman gets a chair and hits Braun with it, to which Braun says, I'm going home. We start with two tag teams in the ring. As a team is eliminated, a new one joins the fight until only one team remains. We start with Enzo and Big Cass being eliminated by Cesaro and Sheamus. Heath Slater and Rhino are attacked on the way to the ring and eventually eliminated. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are up next, but eventually fall to the might of the Swiss Superman and the Celtic Warrior. The final entrants are Goldust and R-Truth, the Golden Truth. These guys may be 48 and 45 respectively, but they are on fire tonight. In the end, Cesaro and Sheamus win. Then they kick the crap out of the Golden Truth for a little bit. The Hardy Boys show up and run Cesaro and Sheamus out of the ring. This time, it's not just personal, it's really personal. As usual, these two beat the crap out of each other. Seth goes and pulls the padding off the turnbuckle, and then gets rammed face first into it. When the ref goes to put the padding back on the turnbuckle, Samoa Joe just takes it out of his hand and throws it out of the ring. The ref warns him, but Samoa Joe doesn't listen and picks Seth up and rams him headfirst into the turnbuckle again. Samoa Joe's disqualified. Seth Rollins is the winner, but his only prize is getting thrown into the turnbuckle again and then locked in the coquina clutch. With Adrian Neville on commentary. TJ Perkins gets the roll-up and wins because he held the tights, which is against the rules. After the match, he attacks Jack Gallagher's legs some more, and then Austin Aries comes out of the crowd and runs him off. Long hair, furious fists, and fast-moving combat. Alicia's shoulder comes up off the mat, but the ref doesn't see it. Sasha Banks wins. With The Miz on commentary. These two are brawlers, and they thump each other during this match, including Bray suplexing Dean to the outside of the ring, and Dean going from the top rope to the outside of the ring to deliver the elbow drop. After The Miz comes down to ringside, he uses a momentary distraction of the ref to hit Dean with the IC title. Bray Wyatt wins. Being careful to avoid Bray Wyatt, The Miz climbs into the ring and hits Dean some more before standing over him with the title belt. After next week, the IC title might be awesome. Live from the O2 Arena in London. Randy Orton calls out Jinder Mahal, who appears immediately. Jinder's voice is really shot. I think he has some jet lag. KO appears and brags about getting rid of Jericho before declaring his goal to take the WWE Championship. AJ Styles appears. Baron Corbin returns from his 2-week suspension. He got that because he attacked Sami Zayn during a talking smack, and when the refs tried to pull him apart, he punched a ref. Oh, and is immediately attacked by Sami Zayn. Everyone is angry about something, and I just realized they're all divisible by 2, aren't they? I know what the main event's gonna be. Someone take that mic from James Ellsworth. From the best I can tell, they were outside the ropes, and the welcoming committee ran up. Naomi rushed at them, but Charlotte grabbed her from behind and pulled her away to keep her from accidentally DQing Becky. But Natalya drags Becky back in the ring and, gets the pin. Natalya wins. Backstage, Becky gets in the face of Naomi and Charlotte and tells them that if they're going to beat the Welcoming Committee, they need to out-bond the Welcoming Committee's bond. Naomi and even Charlotte agree, and at Backlash, it's going to be a 3-on-3 tag match. Have I mentioned that the name the Welcoming Committee is stupid? Oh my god, they're back. Hot on the trail of some fashion criminals, they find face paint on the ground and track it and some face paint handprints down the hallway, eventually coming to a door that when they burst in, it's the Ascension in just a tiny cinder block room, getting pumped up, and these segments are my lifeblood now. They have to keep going. These two giants were formerly compatriots in the Wyatt family. These two make the ring look tiny. After tricking the ref into looking away, Eric puts the thumb in Luke's eye. Eric Rowan wins. Man, Dolph Ziggler looks mad. I have no idea what Dolph is saying here. I forgot to stop fast-forwarding after the commercial break. Oh, Shinsuke Nakamura. We're gonna get a fight tonight? Never mind, Dolph punked out. But at least Nakamura got to run him out of the ring again. Holy shit, someone take away Sami Zayn's coffee privileges. The Fashion Police take on Illuminati thugs. Wait, didn't we already do that one? Breezango wins. Then the Usos come out and warn them about Backlash. 12 days. So Daniel Bryan's out due to the birth of his daughter, Birdie Jo. So who's putting together these matches? Seriously, I can't figure out why any of these guys are working together. They fight a bunch. The crowd loves Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn bleeds a little. A series of attacks ends with Jinder Mahal pinning Randy Orton. Jinder Mahal, Baron Corbin, and Kevin Owens win. I just realized that Dean Ambrose and The Miz are basically a human-shaped dog and a human-shaped cat, doomed to fight each other eternally. Rusev makes his debut on Smackdown Live next week. For the use of air quotations, also known as dick fingers, I have been disqualified from this episode. But who's the real winner here? So Daniel Bryan's out due to the birth